This lecture, guys, we are going to look onto how to search in the list of the items in the mobile application we made. Now, let us navigate to our query browser. Mine is already opened. Click on the database, double click on it until it becomes black, and then click on the menu list like this. Double tap on it, it will show you the list. So this is the list of the items we are having. For us to be able to come up with a searching functionality, we have to first make sure that our API can enable us to do that. And this can be only done first and foremost in the database. And how are we going to achieve this? We are going to first make our sample query, which is going to be able to search for items in this list. We are going to modify the one which is here. We are going to say select all from menu list where food name is equal to, sorry, not equals, like. We are going to use this like function, and then let me first add this one, like concat. We are going to concat, and we add something like making an addition of the word which you are going to be using to search. And then inside here, the concat function, you have to open the bracket and then you close it. So inside the concat, we are going to use these percentages. The percentages are going to search on the back and the front of the word. This one is capable of searching the front of the word, and this one is capable of searching on the backward of the word. So these two percentages are for this like, and this concat is just going to add this word which is going to be searchable. So for example, let me try to put PS here. As you see, when I put PS, they will show me chicken and chips. You just come here and execute. Me, I've already executed. I already paused the video. So when you put PS here, they will show you the words. They will show you each item which contains a word PS. You see here, chicken and chips. In chips there is PS. Half chips there is also PS and rice. Let us try to rub here and insert burger, and we see if you put burger, they will search for burger. Let us also try to search for RI, and we see if they'll show us anything. Oh, there is rice, there is half rice, and also beef and rice. So this is just a sample query. This is just a sample query which is going to enable us to make a search functionality. Now this is going to take us to a creation of a stored procedure. We are going to come here and we create a new stored procedure. Let us call it search for food items. Search food items. Search food. Let us say search food menu. Search food menu. So this is our stored procedure, and I explain about the stored procedure. Let me just copy this and I place it between begin and end. Let me place it between begin and end. Then here in the parameter, let me put the searchable word. I'm going to call it food NME, and I give it a variable character as we saw. I'm going to give it 56. Let me also assign it here. Since it's a concatenation, we don't put the quotes, we just write the food name NME, the exact name which is here. So when a person enters the word here, it's going to come and sit here, and then they search it, and then they select all the list where this search has been made. So let us execute, and our stored procedure will just come here down. So let us test our stored procedure. Let us test our stored procedure. Double click here, and then you put some quotes inside, and then you try to test. Let us write EF, and we see EF. Wow, they'll show you beef and rice. Let us search for mato, and we see if matoke is there. Oh, matoke is there. So this is, all in all, this is our stored procedure. Now after doing all this, I think you remember all the steps. We have to come back here in our Visual Studio, and then you open where you saved your data set. You enter here in the menu data set where we placed, I think remember last time where we placed the get menu list table adapter, and then you create another table adapter. You select table add, you select table adapter. From there your connection string will be here. You click next, you use existing stored procedures, and then here you select the stored procedure. So here we'll be able to see the search food menu. You use that one, select, and of course insert. Then you press finish. You don't worry about this message, you just press finish, and then you make sure that you save well your table adapter. Then after doing that, let us go back here where we write our APIs, and you make another condition. If we're going to say if request dot query string, then you open dot query string, and we say format, is equal to, let's call it search. If it's equal to search, we open our bracket and we close, is equal to that. We go back here in the data set, double tap here, Control A, Control copy, or Control C, you copy that. After copying it, you come back here, you paste it here, search for the menu, and you give it a name. Let us give it S is equal to new that. I think you know these steps. And then you can copy this string blah blah, you come back here, you paste it here, then where there is A you just put S. So we are done with creating this API of search. So when you want to test this one, I see a certain error. Yeah, so since this table adapter, when you come back here in the data set, you see here they say get data, and there is a some parameter here, food name, food name, food name. But this one which we last used, there wasn't any parameter here, so that's why it was okay. So this one is demanding for a parameter inside here, and it's one argument. They call it sometimes parameters, sometimes they call it an argument. So you come back here and you add it there. Let us say string, and we call it food name, which is going to be equal to request dot query string, and we are going to give it the name, which is going to be searchable. Let us call it food name also, food name. Just call it food name. Then we come inside here and we put food name. So this food name here you see is the one which is going to be used as a parameter in the URL to enable us to assign it the food name, which is going to be searchable, so that this JSON creator returns back the list of the sorted JSON. So let us test our API and we'll see if it is working. So we come here, and instead of saying format is equal to get list, format was equal to search is equal to search. Since we are having another query string, and which is this one, we are going to add this one food name, since the query string here is food name. Now first we added the query string of format, as you see here, format is equal to search, and here it was format and it was equal to search. So we are having another query string here, food name. We also ensure that we add it here. We add it by adding an and we say food name is equal to the name you wish. Let us say burger, B-U-R, since we are searching, B-U-R, and we see if it's going to return us. Wow, it has worked successfully. So it has returned by searching BUR. Even if you don't finish it, will just search as we saw in the query browser. Let us try to put matoke, something like that. and we see if it's going to return back our values. That's why mato. Yeah, it brings back mato. Okay, so it searches and it filters the list of the JSON API. Initially it was like this, but now it returns back a single list. So now let us see how we are going to connect it in our mobile application. It's going to be very simple. To do that, let us create another method, and I'll call it public void search. Public void search. After doing public void search, let us copy the whole of this here and we paste it inside here. Then after pasting it inside here, here I'm going to say searching. We change this method, searching for the list, and also this URL has to change, and we ensure that it looks like this one. So we copy that and we try to do what? Let me first put it here. Okay, no problem. And let me grab this one and I paste. I think that's all. So we have to continue customizing it. We cannot leave matoke here because it's going to be dynamic. So we wrap this one and we just come here in the parameter and we try to make it a parameterized method. Let us call it here food name, something like that. So a person will pass the food name here and it will come and sit here. Let me concatenate it here, food name. So whatever will be passed here will come here and it will concatenate itself. Concatenation means adding. It will add itself here and it will resemble like this one, something like this. So we just do this to enable the power of dynamic to come here. So this is already done. We are done with making our method which is going to search. Now we have to add an icon. We have to add an icon which is going to enable the search functionality. Yeah, let us first come here. You can come and search for icons8, icons8.com. It can enable you to download several icons. So you can come here and you say search. You can come there and you say search. So they'll give you lots of icons here. You'll just choose the favorite one you wish. You can choose any you wish of these ones. Let us take this one. We change its color. Let us change its color from here. Let us give it white and we download it. So when we download it, it will come here, show in folder, copy it. Let us place it somewhere. I'm going to place it in location. I don't know where you are going to place it. Let me rename it and I say search. Let me call it search icon. After renaming it, you copy it, come back here in the application, and then you paste it in the drawable. So the moment you paste it in the drawable, it will come here. Now let us try to add in another functionality, like let us add in another feature which is going to hold this icon, and then we enable our search functionality. Now to do that, come here on res, right click here, come to new, and then you add in Android resource directory. We are going to call it menu, and then press OK. So it will come down here. This is where we're going to deal with our toolbar. So we are going to add an icon on the toolbar, and to ensure that, we have to place some resource files inside this menu. So let us create another resource file inside here. We are going to call it search menu. Sorry about that. Search menu, and press enter. So the moment you press enter, you can come back inside here, and then you see how the code looks like. It's a bit different compared to the other layout code. So I'm going to paste this code inside here. I think you'll pause the video and you try to look in. I'm going to copy this and I paste it inside here. Alt enter. Then here there is the ID, and here there is the icon. Our icon is in drawable, so instead of using at map, you can say at drawable. At drawable, let me first rub these guys here. At drawable search icon. So they even show you here a sample of the icon overview. So even on the top here you see it's available. So make sure that you add this show as action, title search, and so on and so forth. After doing that, we come back in our main activity. We add another method, which is an Android inbuilt method. It's called onCreateOptions. It's called onCreateOptions. You can just write here onCreateOptions. They will show you there. You just click on this one and then they'll auto-generate it. You write it and then it auto-generates itself. I'm going to copy some code here, some small code. Copy this one and I put it here. You just pause the video and ensure that you copy the code I've just pasted here for the purposes of saving time. So menu inflator, it's going to go to this search menu and we are trying to attach this menu into this activity via this method on create options. So here we are going to say inflator.inflate r.menu. R means in the resource file. Enter, there is a folder called menu, and inside the menu you have to add this one, search menu. You have to add the search menu file. So this one, they are saying that unreachable statement, we have to return something down here. We have to return a certain statement down. Let us be returning false. Let us be returning false because it's a Boolean method. Well, I don't know why this error is here. I'm trying to figure out the reason as to why it's saying unreachable statement. Well, it's unreachable. Maybe this we are returning here up something. Yeah, that I think that is the problem. So after doing that, let me also copy this code here. This one, search view. Yes, after doing that, because this is the search view, we are going to use the search view. Control space, enter, alt enter, alt enter, and then here we insert our menu item. We haven't yet declared it there. Let me copy it. The menu item, the one which is holding the icon, the action search icon, and then we put it there, and then we are done. So this is how we are going to enable the capability of searching on top of the toolbar. So after doing this, we have to add an action on the search view, and we're going to say search view. Let me check here. Dot set on query listener. This code here you are seeing. Dot set on query listener. Set on query listener. New on query listener, and then you enter. So inside here, they will show you two methods. One is called on query text submit. Two is called on query text change method. So this one is, I don't like this one because here when you add your search method here, you have to first submit and it or the search like occurs. But here in on query text change, you have to, it just does it automatically. Whenever you type, it searches automatically. So this one is the better approach. So under here, we are just going to call this method search. This method called search, the one which we've just written here, which we created earlier. Let me change this method to search food name, because I see a lot of the word. I see lots of search words here. Let's change it to search food name. So let us come here and say search food name, and it's requiring a string. So the string which you're going to search is this one. Let us put the S here, and then we are done. And then we are done. So let us run this application and we see if we can do the search functionality here. Okay, now let us run our application. I'm trying to connect my phone. Okay, now it's running. All right. My phone is disturbing me. Okay, let me try to connect again. Okay. Let us wait now. Let us wait a bit. So it is installing the APK now. It's loading. All right, it's now launching an activity. Let us check here and we see. Let's check and we see. Let us check and we see. The application has finished to run. Let me try to look for it. So when I tap on the application, it throws an exception. So what is causing this? Let us go here in the logcat and you try to figure out the reason as to why this is coming. Here they are saying that class cast exception. They are saying that a search view cannot be casted to Android.widget search view. So these two things are quite different. Even you can come here and click on this main activity. They show you where the error is. Let us try to figure out the error. Why are they saying this? Well, according to the error we are having here, let us first see, because they are saying here in the logcat. Let me try to navigate again here in main activity. This is the error. Let us try to go up on the imports and we try to rub this one, import android.widget.search view, and we replace it with this one, android.support b7 widget, and we see if it will work out. Let us run again. My phone is not detected. Okay, now it's detected. Okay, it is installing. Okay, it's now launching the activity. Okay, let us check here and we see. Let us check and we see. Okay, it has come. The list is there, but the search is not here, available up here. We have to make sure that the search is available here. What could be the problem? Let us come back here and we try to check. Okay, let us try to return through here and also here, and we see. Let us run again the application. It is now installing. Launching activity. Okay, let us see. Let's wait and see. All right. You have to ensure that now the icon is here. We had made a mistake. We are returning false instead of returning true. So whenever I returned false, it was looking for it, and then it showed the answer that false, and then it did not show it. So true is the correct procedure here. So let us go back and try to search, and we see you press on the icon. When you press on the icon, so they will show you that symbol there, and then you try to search. Let us try to write burger. Okay, it is now searching burger. I think you are able to see that it's searching. You can search for other stuffs, as many stuffs as you would like. So now the application is searching, and guys, I think let us stop here. We shall meet in the next lecture. Have a nice day.